Hey, it's another episode of Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. So all these assignment sales of these homes that people paid huge amounts of money for in Saddle Ridge and all the new areas, they had a huge price drop. It's still not enough, believe it or not. So they were all high and then they all dropped price, and it's a mess. The assignment sales in Milton right now are a disaster, because why would you pay more for the cake mix than you would for the cake? There's stuff right now that's for sale that's better value than these homes that people paid huge amounts for. And I'm sorry to sound harsh, but if you paid more for the cake mix than the cake, then what's going on with you? It didn't make any sense. There was a frenzy of activity, and these builders were charging so much through the spring. Even at that time, it was $100,000 or $200,000 over, and the argument was, well, it'll be worth that by the time you move in. Well, guess what? It wasn't. And if you got caught, I'm sorry, you're in a tough situation, but you shouldn't have done it. So I know that doesn't make you feel any better. I was waving the flags. I was telling everyone I knew, don't do this. And there was still some people that got caught. So anyway, let's talk about today's homes. There's 17 listings. So Dawson Crescent's 539, and so it's a corner model. It's close to the train tracks, right? So you're going to hear the train tracks. It is closer to downtown and Old Milton, which, you know, for the same price, you could buy a Mattamy subdivision, but you're not going to find the same things close by. What I like about this is you could walk to, so here's a great day. Tattoo parlor just down the road. There's also a sex shop, if that's your thing. And you could go up to the TSC parking lot and get jerk chicken. So 1, 2, 3, perfect day. Anyway, it's got a decent size, 1421 square feet. The thing about these homes, for the most part, is that you have to just watch things like furnace, roof, windows, and air conditioning. Those are your big four sort of capital expenses. It's one thing to put in new floors or to paint, because those are high return things. To have to come in and to do the work on things like that doesn't make any sense. I can tell from the pictures here that the roof has been replaced. That's a newer architectural style shingle. So it's good value compared to what else you get when you look at some of the new stuff, typical Mattamy or Green Park townhouses. And it's an end unit for less than $550. Freehold, no condo fees. So this is kind of an interesting one on McColl Court. There's not many semi-detached, in the older, mature parts of Milton. This one doesn't have a garage, but it has a pretty good sized lot. So if you look at the size of the land here, it's good, right? So you're getting, same thing, price of a townhouse in the new area. You're getting a semi. You lose out on the garage, but you gain a huge, huge backyard. Kind of a partly finished basement. There's a couple spots here that probably need some updating. It's reasonably open concept. Even if you were to replace the blue countertop, it's a couple $100. And this is what's called a cul-de-sac. And, you know, I think about kids playing hockey here, basketball, or riding bikes. If you don't live on McColl, you don't go on the street, right? So it's very, very kid-friendly. And I could see someone being very happy in this home, especially if they're handy enough they can get some of that work done themselves. Now, I would have never expected a Robindale model, which is what this one is, about 1,600 square feet from Heathwood. And that looks like siding. It's actually concrete board, so it's like hurricane proof, and it's got great insulation properties. It's actually, some people might argue, it's an even better exterior coating for your house than even a brick or something like that. So, or stucco or whatever. This is a good solid product that they wrap these homes with, and you've got some stone down below here. So good floor plan for $599 is a fantastic price. These ones have sold, even after the market change, these ones have sold for like $650,000, $700,000. So I don't know why the price is at $599. I guess they really need to sell it, but it's looking good. This is a solid deal for this home. Heathwood homes command a bit of a premium because they've got pretty good build quality. Are they perfect? No. The window manufacturer went out of business, so you got to be careful with the windows. Watch the fogginess when you go through these homes. But overall, they're an upper class product compared to a lot of the other homes built in town. 41 Harris, 4 days on the market, no pictures. We had one of those in the catch-up episode, I talked about another one. Just don't get it. It says down below here in the comments, Interboard listing Brantford Regional Real Estate Board. I think my biggest issue, and do I list stuff outside of Milton? Absolutely, for sure. It's just, you have to be comfortable with a certain radius besides just a small community. But what if a buyer wanted to see a home and you are all the way in Brantford or you're in Oshawa? And we see this kind of stuff happen a lot. I think the agent needs to be, I don't know if you want to put an arbitrary number on it, but within a half hour, 40 minutes of that area, I think it's probably a decent idea so that you can at least feel like there's service happening, that they would drive by the sign once in a while to see if it's still up. Things like that I think matter. And when it's interboarded, sometimes these photos you're waiting for administrative help. So if you're not a member of a board of an actual MLS system and you're putting it on another system, you really got to ask yourself, is that the right move to interboard if you don't have regular membership? I don't know. Anyway, no pictures, 4 days, bottom line. So Howden Crescent, under 750, and we've got 2,000 square foot detached homes. A good price for this. There's one in this list for 760 that's like a few hundred square feet smaller, 3-bedroom, everything else. No finished basement, but you've got your 9-foot ceilings. They mentioned in the description the school district, the neighborhood's great, and Howden Crescent's actually one of those streets that for the most part looks really good. People take care of their homes, pride of ownership, all the rest of it. So this is a good pick. This one has kind of a bit of a plus-minus thing going for it. So Cavanagh, you see the hydro lines right here, and not ideal. It has a pond behind. It has a lot of nice finishes. I don't know if I call that breathtaking. They said in the listing breathtaking. I'm like, I don't know. It's nice, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Good floor plan, Madame plan floor 1835 square feet. The last sale of this model just happened, and it was low 700s. So how much is the pond worth? I think it's negated by the busy street. I think those two cancel each other out from a value standpoint. You add some finishes onto this one that the other 700 didn't have, but it was still pretty good. The low 700 sale still showed very nicely, hardwood floors and upgraded kitchen, all the rest of it. I just don't see the price working out. It shows well. Very nice home, solid layout. This is a front sort of sitting room here, and then you've got your 4 bedrooms upstairs. It also comes in a 3-bedroom, 3+ loft, and about 3 or 4 different ways you can get this kind of home. So I don't know, nice home, but price isn't going to work, especially when you've got a larger home like the one on Howden for a lot less. Does Howden back onto a pond? No, but it also is a quieter street than having Louis St. Laurent right beside you. So we've got Trudeau 863.9, and you've got one picture. I don't even know what room it is, and there's another picture, and that is pretty much it. So I don't know. A lot to be desired there. All right, that's our list. So 2 episodes within a very short time. Very, very fun. See you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.